Yo, in today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks that are gonna make you question reality. What's really going on in California? What's really going on here? Leave the world behind? Or maybe this is just a Colorado thing. I don't know. Only been to Colorado once in my life, so anybody out there in Colorado? Is this normal? Currently on Sunset in West Hollywood and literally just watched a new fire start. Okay, now this is definitely giving Leave the World Behind vibes right here. What y'all doing if y'all get a bunch of deer in your front yard? Dang. The whole skyline, all from Southern California, just burning up. You know what they say, nothing new under the sun. Look like a little castle top, don't it? Yo, life just really is not as hard as it seems. You know? We make things a lot more difficult. All you gotta do is create a little, 3D printing concrete cement thing and get 2 workers, and you can build yourself a whole building. Now, what is that? I ain't never seen nothing like that. Is it something? Was that something chasing something? Or what was that? Yo, do he got the code to life right there? How many people do you know that are out there right now in their 30s, 40s, maybe even 50s? I don't know about 50s, but 30s and 40s playing NBA 2K or just playing the PlayStation in general, right? And they focus on that life way more than their own life. We got too many grown children in this world now today, and it's just I think it's an epidemic in all honesty. So we live in a world full of distractions, and if you put down the distractions, imagine what you can really do in your life. Build your own character, your real life.
Serious update on Sean Ryan. If you didn't watch his YouTube interview on the Cybertruck, just go to the Sean Ryan show and you'll see it says Cybertruck. He's now in hiding. He actually took his family in hiding. This guy right here, Sean Ryan interviewed this guy right here and blew the lid off of what is happening. Here's the manifesto that the guy that was in the Cybertruck, he just emailed this out to the guy in that interview.
In my whole entire life of seeing fires and seeing fire spread, I have never seen a fire like the fire that is going on right now in California. And honestly, it's looking very biblical. Think about it. You have the most expensive pieces of real estate being burned right now. You have cars stuck on highways. You have people losing everything right now. 80-mile-per-hour winds, which is making the fire even worse to contain. What's going on? As a human being, this is one of the most scariest things that you can see. You have people that work so hard for what they have, losing everything. And to top it off, more than 50,000 people are under evacuation order. 50,000 people. Where are 50,000 people going to immediately go? Even the mayor, Karen Bass, said that everything is predicted to get worse. Firefighters can't even stop what's going on right now. Think about all the animals that they have there, pets, things of that nature. The Pasadena Jewish Temple is burnt to the ground. Pay attention.
So, just think about this, right? How many celebrities, rich celebrities, do you think live in Hollywood, Palisades, and these very rich buildings that are burning down, right? Didn't Ali Carter recently say that there's going to be a fire or some type of fire explosion or some type that's going to burn a lot of evidence? I'm just saying, what if some of these people are out there, right? Some of these homes have a lot of evidence in there and they just needed to get gone. We need to burn these things down. It's time to restart over here. I don't know, man. That's just my conspiracy mind racing right now, but you guys let me know what you think.
Whoever that guy was that was telling people that they need to leave California, God woke him up and told him to go to California and sound the alarm to get all his people out of there. Sir, what is God telling you to do now? Because I'm all ears. God damn.
Hey, he had a point. He must have been on to something. It's 2:28 a.m. in Florida. Why is it so bright outside? It does look like a regular day, don't it?
Y'all, more and more Americans are going to wake up. Watch this clip and tell me what you notice.
Here to live.
You've got a photo of the sky. Look at this. Look,
Yeah.
that's bad.
But
During a show.
I have to say, the best trick ever for an open wound is oil of oregano. I put oil of oregano on it every day, 3 times a day, and it wouldn't, like, I know, it's so...
I don't even know where you get oil of oregano.
I also take it, I ingest it as well. It's very good for
The moment she mentions a natural remedy, everybody starts laughing and she looks like a crazy person. But that's not even the craziest part. Terrence Howard was being called a lunatic by mainstream media for basically saying the same thing.
Like oil of oregano, like using oil of oregano instead of using antibiotics.
And have you felt an effect?
Yes.
Yeah? What do you feel when you take
Well, I used to have really thick, dark circles under my eyes. That's gone away in the last 6 months. I've been using that. My skin, I'm 55 years old. I'm 55 years old and I smoke. Do I look like I'm 55
No,
years old?
you don't. You look great. And do you think that's because of this?
I think, well, I'm gonna show you a picture of what I used to look like.
And since this all-natural remedy goes against the trillion-dollar industry that's supposed to keep us healthy, it's the reason they don't want you knowing about it. Tell me why anytime I feel like I'm coming down with something, I'm talking like runny nose, scratchy throat, upset stomach, all that stuff. I go to CVS, I get some of that chemical syrup, and it takes like a week to even start feeling anything. But whenever I take what they were talking about, literally the next day I'm feeling great. And if you look in old remedy books, they all talk about oil of oregano and how powerful it is. Even my grandma knows about it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is don't let them think that this stuff does not work. They literally want us to think of natural remedies as snake oils, but that is not the case. So if you're sick of being sick and you've never been able to try a natural remedy, start with this and thank me later.
Yo, I need some oil of oregano. Let's get some oil of oregano in our house, guys. He talking about don't take the antibiotics. Hey, I'm in agreement with that. I don't like antibiotics, you know? I like probiotics. I feel like antibiotics is something that's bad. You killing off everything that's in me, the good ones and the bad ones. So I need probiotics. So I'm gonna try the oil of oregano. What's this? The sunrise? Sunrise?
Mira si estás muy bien. No te creo.
Oh snap! We got something moving up there.
Compañero, no te creo. Hermano, se están moviendo
Sí,
todas,
weón.
weón.
Sí sé.
I wonder what it is.
Parece una carretera, weón, hermano, mira. Una carretera de naves espaciales.
Mira, 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 mira.
Encima cambian de color, weón.
You see how the lights be changing colors on these things?
Mira, mira. ¿Qué es esa weá, hermano? Desapareció. Está todo grabado. Captando ovni, chichito madre.
You know, a long time ago, right, my brother had recorded something in the sky. And it was like a little white ball just going pretty fast, too, at night. And we swore, we was like, yo, we seen a UFO. We got a UFO, right? So then, you know, I get on my little app and I'm, you know, tracking. It's like the star tracker or whatever. And the app tell me it was a satellite, right? So I'm like, oh, dang, bro. They said it was a satellite. So then we kind of was like, oh, dang, thought we saw a UFO. Fast forward to now. We definitely seen a UFO, man. That was UFO, bro. Hey, where that video at? Because you seen a UFO, bro. Hunter Biden's Malibu home burned to the ground by the LA fire. See, it's probably records and stuff out here and evidence of certain things in these people's homes. And they getting burnt to the ground. Oh, look at all the little sparks of fire.
What happened to the cars? What happened?
Don't worry about that, dude.
Hey, bro, what do? You got all this fire around you. You in your house. You kind of can't really leave. I mean, you could, but you might get caught in the fire outside. So you just stuck in your house?
Yeah.
Ah, man, it's got to be something else you could do.
You cut the one already?
So, where's the gas?
Outside.
Okay, the gas is off right now.
Hay que salir de aquí, abrir la ventana, güey.
No, no te lo doy.
¿Ah?
No te lo doy. Stay.
0.1 second. 0.5 second. 1 second. 3 second. 5 second. 30 second.
Oh, no. These modes is flame resistant too? Okay, I guess what we all need to do is go buy up all the packs of Oreos and just cover our homes in Oreos. And it won't burn up, because what was that? That one was getting torched for 30 seconds and didn't catch on fire at all. No wonder you can have fried Oreos, you know, and Oreo just still hold its shape, don't melt or nothing. Oh, snap, you see that UFO? Look, look, look. Going right through the smoke. I don't see it no more. Like it's gone. Nope, nope. It came back to the water.
For example, and I've had this shared with me by senior intelligence officials back in the 90s, that a lot of the best UFO cases would be channeled away from the mainstream media to, frankly, discredited tabloids like the National Enquirer.
My name is Bill Graham, and I worked almost 25 years at the National Enquirer.
Firing minds want to know.
I want to know.
When I started out, was the only medium around that covered the subject of UFOs.
This is the stuff the tabloid dreams are made of.
In 1981, when I joined the Enquirer, we put a lot of money into covering UFOs. I knew there was like a dedicated crew that we had that's all they did. And many people aren't aware how much money the Enquirer actually spent on the subject. The Enquirer was a cash cow. The publisher learned how to really make a lot of money by being at every supermarket checkout counter in the country. So with all this cash flowing in, money was never any object. We'd send people to countries in South America, Asia, and so, you know, people were skeptical because it's the National Enquirer. Oh, this isn't true, this isn't true. And I went in very skeptical myself at first. And then my job as a photo editor, we'd have teams of people go in and interview people that saw something. And it wasn't just like lights in the sky. I would see stories where, you know, we'd have story files. The person would own a farm and a UFO would land at the farm. And it wouldn't just like be a light in the sky, it was something with form, structure. And there was frequently like a beam of light that would sort of paralyze them. And they would show, they would have, some of them had burns, radiation burns.
Oh,
and things.
snap.
So that changed my way of thinking on the subject of UFOs.
You don't know that at the very top, that whole project is being run illegally.
These are brand new witnesses, and they've got bombshell information to talk about.
These technologies are unsanctioned. They are illegal operations, and this can be proven in any court of law.
It's like, wow, nobody's coming after us. We're going to do this until we can get away with it.
They would have so much control over everything if they had that.
If this information was all released, it could fall into the wrong hands.
They're using security as a cover for illicit or illegal or even treasonous activities.
The members of Congress didn't have the detailed information of the precise location.
Where they keep the bodies, the craft, the debris, all the evidence that we've been searching for the last 80 years.
He knew how to keep a secret. Secrets were his stock in trade.
They're literally making their own money to fund their own projects.
We have a source currently in the deep black world.
It doesn't matter if you're president of the United States, you're not going to talk about that.
There was this large monolithic slab. Looked like it was elevated off of the ground.
It is traumatic.
Look, this is the most top secret shit you've ever heard of.
Well, has anyone seen that yet? I haven't seen the movie. Anybody seen the movie? Because I heard Stephen Greer was supposed to be saying some stuff here in early January, and I'm not sure if he actually did that yet or not, but yeah, man, it's pretty interesting, you know. I'm finna go get all the old copies of the National Enquirer and read all them ups.
Body wash is turning you gay. Listen to what this doctor has to say.
You know there's an epidemic of low testosterone in young males.
It's crazy. I was reading the stats the other day. What is it?
It's because we're poisoning them.
Is that why?
That's why.
What is the headline stat there regarding testosterone in men? It's decreasing, isn't it, year over year?
Year over year, and more than half have either low normal or low levels. I've never seen anything like it. I've been measuring testosterone levels in my patients forever, and we're poisoning them. There's an app I like called Think Dirty. It's not what you think it is. It allows you to scan your personal products, and it tells you on a scale of 1 to 10 how quickly they're killing you. So, for example, I've shaved with Barbasol for 50 years. And when I learned this a decade ago, I scanned it. 1 is good, 10 is kill you early. It was a 9, and I was horrified because the parabens and phthalates are known hormone disruptors. So now I shave with something called Kiss My Face. It's a 2, lasts longer than...
What this doctor in the video is talking about is something called phthalates. They're a chemical that are used to make plastics more softer. They are in things like your lotion, your shampoo, your body wash, your shaving cream, your cologne. Honestly, they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
The problem with phthalates, though, is that they lower men's testosterone like crazy, causing so many issues like smaller muscles, loss of hair, laziness, man boobs, sleeping problems, moodiness, and high levels of fat, and even girly men.
Yo, we really got to start watching what we're using, you know? A whole epidemic of low testosterone men, right? Imagine somebody wants to come over here and go to war with us. What we gonna do, you know what I'm saying? Hollywood Hills, like a trailer for an apocalyptic movie. It is. That look crazy.
Council, I am telling you guys, there's something going down in China. As you guys can see here, it's one of the so-called drones. UFO, UAP, crashed out the sky. Obviously it didn't crash. There's a war going on up there. Shots are being busted, shots are being fired. This cat got knocked out the sky. Just like the debris they found over in Kenya. Someone else got knocked out the sky over there. And as you can see, it's machinery, metal. You see, it's technology, high level, but it's still machinery. There's something knocking these machines out the sky. It's the plasma gods, I promise you what. Now, Council, remember where we're coming from. It's not a place of fear. It's a place of awakening, a place of moving accordingly and moving strategically, knowing where you're at so you can deal with things accordingly. Sticking your head in the sand will not make it any better. And as far as the outbreak that's going on in China right now, again, family, it's all real. It's based on the jab and these alien spores that are coming out of this fog. Don't play with it. The Cabbage Patch is being exterminated for real. You don't get caught up and lost in the sauce. Stay up, stay lit, and stay on the spiral. Let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah.
Hey. It's bad because I don't know if the videos are real or AI anymore. Like, I don't know if this is AI or if this is real because I got so many questions. Like, why are there only 3 men in hazmat suits? Why they got this little thin layer of tape around? And why can't I see any details on anybody's face? It just reminds me of AI for some reason, but I could be wrong. We got a cross in the sky? Randomly? No, that is crazy.
Show us evidence of a Mayan temple in Egypt. Look it up. And that is the key. Look at picture 1997, sent to the Mayan deadkeeper Hanbat's men. He said he recognizes this as the language of the Itza people, whereas Chichen Itza. He said it's an ancient language. In 2010, I got to meet Don Alejandro Sul Ojaj. He is the wisdom keeper, the head of the Quiche Maya of all of Guatemala. I showed him this picture, and his eyes went as big as saucers. And he said to me, that is the language of my ancestors. That is a calendar. That is telling the date of when Maya was here. This has never been discussed by any Egyptologist, but there's nothing like this in the rest of Egypt. So Mayan elders recognize this as part of their culture. In Egypt, one of the key words for water is Maya. It is not pronounced the same way in any other Arabic country. If you went to Saudi Arabia, they would say Ma or Man. Only in Egypt is it pronounced Maya, and it means water. So I asked Hakim, could the title Maya actually have meant he who came from across the water, or ones who came from across the water? So here is what we call diffusionism archaeology, diffusionism anthropology, saying that there had to be cultural contact between these individuals thousands of miles across the sea. And this is the evidence that Hakim told us that there was a Mayan living in Egypt 3,300 years ago. Let somebody else define that for me and tell me that that is Carishian or Egyptian or dynastic, anything else.
Nah, for real. So I really believe that the Mayans or South American, just Americans in general, and Egypt, and Angkor Wat, these are all correlated. And I feel like they're all one people. And there was cataclysms and people might have had to move around. But at one point, there was all one people.
Yo guys, looks like I'm recording. So I want to update all my people on the fog situation that's been happening everywhere across the globe almost. You know what it turns out? For those of my people who have microscopes in their home labs, right? The reason why a sample of the fog didn't really show any results is quite simple. Your microscopes simply aren't advanced enough. So some of my people's more advanced industrial microscopes gave us some pretty interesting and wild results, right? So what was happening across the globe for a week or so, we really were all inhaling toxic fog. And the source of most of the toxins, besides all the pollution that mankind, anyway, extracts into the atmosphere and the air, right? We had like dangerous levels of volcanic sulfur dioxide within the fog. That's the reason it was so dry, and there was no humidity really to the fog, right? So when we look at the volcanic activity sensor data for the past 2 weeks, right? There really hasn't been that many active volcanoes across the globe at the same time before. And just as a freak of nature accident, we had this fog, and the volcanic ash and fumes together with fog really does create a very dangerous fucking situation, really, to be honest. Now, if you're like me, you would have never fucking even considered something like this to be a possibility, right? I mean, it just isn't something that crosses your mind on a daily basis, right? But people did die from this. Apparently, the death toll is about, I don't know what the death toll is, to be honest. But more than 1,000 people died, and 100,000 plus suffered serious health consequences, all breathing related, which is to be expected from sulfur dioxide poisoning, right? I mean, how many people we have who are asthmatic and alcoholic and, I don't know, have lung cancer or whatever, any number of issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the homeless population who just sleeps outside in the middle of all of this shit. So yeah, freaks of nature are back apparently, freaking yeah, what's the proper fucking term? I don't know, it's fucking shocking. Welcome to 2025.
Yo, the fog, something was up with that fog. Total destruction in Malibu, huh? Whew. Expensive homes gone. How NASA's live footage. Hey, facts. This is crazy. Look, shoes on backwards and everything. They on the wrong feet. Yo. I'm just saying, man.
But not only that,
is the fact that each one of these stones is a different shape and size, and they all interlock almost perfectly. We in the West would never approach construction this way. We would either have a saw that would cut uniform blocks to fit together, or we would have some kind of mold and pour concrete or something in to get uniform blocks for construction. But in this case, whoever these ancient builders were, and it was not the Inca, this wall is 39 inches thick. The accuracy of this joinery is as good on the inside as it is on the outside. And not only that, it's as good in between. It's not as though there's a veneer finish to make it look good in the front and back and have gaps in between the stones. It is technically astonishing. And the tightness of the construction of the Coricancha is technically almost flawless. It's not a question of not being able to fit a credit card or even a business card in between these joins. Like that, there's no way. You can't fit a human hair in between the joins in this wall of this building. It has this mysterious glow to it, which has not been explained, because that goes all the way up.
Jets are frozen in Germany. Oh, snap. Was I about to take off or something? A data center buys your entire neighborhood in Itasca, Illinois. Itasca. I wonder why. What's the reason? Why would a technology company buy up a whole neighborhood like that? Any guesses? Yo, you see that light? It said it was yellow and blue. And now it's on fire. Something ain't right.
Anything that you can hold in your mind on a continuing basis, you can be, have, or do. You will become what you think about. Your only job is to make a very, very clear decision about the person you want to be, the things that you want to have, the goals that you want to accomplish, and then make sure that you feed your mind continuously, day by day, week by week, hour by hour, with words, pictures, images, ideas, thoughts, and information consistent with your goals and your ideals. About 85 to 95% of all of the influences in your life, all the reasons you do anything, is because of suggestive influences around you. Not only physical suggestions, the weather, the heat, the cold, and so on, but also the emotional suggestions, the impact of the people you associate with. And the more you associate with people, especially people in your family, people in your close social circle, people that you work with, the more you associate with these people, the more of an impact they have on your thinking and on your future. Question, who do you identify with? Now, whoever you identify with today, one of the things you have to ask yourself is, who would you like to be like? Who do you want to identify with? And then you start getting around the right people. Keep your mind on what you want, keep it off of what you don't want, and everything is possible for you.
Keep your mind on the things that you want, y'all, and keep the mind off the things you don't want. Like you said, anything's possible, yo. I like that last message. But yeah, what's really going on in California, guys? What's going on with these fires? Why are we seeing deer everywhere and elk just migrating? Do the animals know something that we don't? What's really going on? We got fog. Weird stuff's just been happening. And I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, guys, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.